to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
This One's Wife. Valentine, Copycat. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. I've explained in the past how narcissists are apt to copy. This is done because for many narcissists, they are completely empty and devoid of any kind of talent. Therefore, lacking a sense of accountability, operating with that well-known sense of entitlement, and having no boundary recognition, the character trait acquisition of their narcissism causes them to take things from other people and pass it off as their own. In effect, they copy. They copy with regard to the way that they will behave. They will mimic people's responses, reactions, and emotions. They will take things that belong to other people and make it seem as if it belongs to them. They will take credit for other people's work and so forth. This is seen repeatedly with certain narcissists. In effect, the lesser and mid-range are particularly prone to doing this, lacking any inherent talent of their own, lacking imagination, and in some instances lacking cognitive function. I'd explained in an earlier video about how This One's Wife had not copied Catherine, Princess of Wales, in relation to the head on the shoulder because of the way that the mechanism of the narcissism operates. In essence, she wouldn't have been thinking about the Princess of Wales. She didn't see the Princess of Wales. Therefore, the Princess of Wales didn't exist. No interaction equates to no existence when it comes to the narcissist. Therefore, because she wasn't on the radar, her narcissism didn't choose to emulate her. It chose her to assert control physically over Harry by placing her head on his shoulder, and to do so for the purposes of controlling the audience and to manage the facade. On that occasion, and it's a rare occasion, This One's Wife wasn't engaged in copying. In many other instances, I pointed out how she does so, because either that person is on the radar, so she copies what they are doing, or, for the purpose of assertion of control, her narcissism takes something that somebody else has done and passes it off as her own, without telling her, in effect, that it is belonging to somebody else's. It deletes that aspect. It basically makes her access all areas. Today, of course, is Valentine's Day. And earlier, as reported by numerous news outlets, there was a photograph that was released. Princess Catherine and Prince William shared a deeply meaningful photo to mark Valentine's Day, reported GB News. The couple shared a picture of William kissing Kate on the cheek to their social media accounts today. In September, the Princess of Wales released a video message confirming that she had completed her chemotherapy treatment. The photograph shared on Valentine's Day is a still from that video message. The royals accompanied the new photo with a heart emoji as its caption. Last month, Prince William issued an emotional birthday message to the Princess of Wales and shared a new photo of his wife to mark the occasion. And accordingly, with it being Valentine's Day and love is in the air, as was once sung, a still from the video is released showing the affectionate William giving his wife a kiss as they hold hands. It is from the scene in the woods that we've seen previously, but he's doing so to demonstrate his love as a normal, because he has emotional empathy for his wife. It's also done as part of showing to the world also that they are grateful for one another. It does engage some showmanship, because they're showing it to other people. But understand that because Catherine is empathic and William is a normal, that means that the primary purpose of the display of this photograph isn't to assert control over an audience. It isn't to draw fuel, because neither of them needs those things in the way that a narcissist does. It's still showcasing because it's showing off an image on social media, but the driver behind it is linked to pride and love, a genuine emotional empathy. It isn't for the narcissistic control or for the receipt of fuel. It's a pleasant gesture, and it's done in order to let the world know that these two people do love one another. Certain things in life are predictable. We know, for instance, that the sun will rise in the east and set in the west. We all know that we're going to shuffle off this mortal coil at some point. There are a number of things that have a predictability about them, and one indeed is this one's wife. For as Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, shared that photograph on their social media outlets earlier today, then who sees it? Yes, indeed, demonstrating that she continues to pay attention to the activities of the nemesis and the one that got away. This one's wife cannot help herself. Seeing this photograph threatens her sense of control because she will contemplate and also see the positive reactions that are given to the photograph, for instance, what the media have to say about it, what people might say below the line. That wounds her. She cannot be pleased for her in-laws because she's incapable of genuine emotional empathy. Instead, it creates a sense of infuriation within her. Look at them, hogging the limelight. Once again, they're showing off. Her narcissism will not allow her to look upon it in an appreciative light and think, thank goodness Catherine got through her illness. It's lovely to see them so happy together. What a beautiful photograph. No. Instead, because they're both painted black, William and Catherine are seen through the lens of that blackness, so that her narcissism automatically causes her to be envious, to be critical, to have that sense of simmering rage as a consequence of seeing this. It is a threat to her need for control, and naturally, the narcissism instinctively responds by compelling this one's wife to do something. She needs to strike back, and in this instance, she does copy Catherine and William. She copies them by finding a picture, I don't know when it's from, I don't really care either, showing her kissing Harry. Clearly Harry's got a weak neck as he needs his wife to support his head with her hand. No idea who took the photograph, and they've been having lunch somewhere, sharing a kiss. Funny time to kiss when you're partway through a meal, but then again, it's always performance time with this one's wife, isn't it? But she has selected this photograph, which is evidently taken some time ago, because we know that she's not with old Prince of Pink Pancakes at the moment. He's probably pulling his pud, watching some spicy porn on his hotel television, thinking, this is great, I don't have the old ball and chain giving me a hard time. But this one's wife needs to strike back against the Valentine's photograph that has been displayed by the Waleses, and thus, once again, the ILBW, the Instagram-loving bitch wife, sails over to social media, the conduit for so much for the narcissist to do, and posts this with a message stating, back home, taking care of our babies, facade management as a mom, and missing my Valentine, as he continues on at the Invictus Games, changing lives and reminding all of us of the power of healing and resilience through these incredible veterans and their families. Oh, fuck off. Like you give a rat's ass about the power of healing and resilience and about anything to do with these incredible veterans. Once again, it's entirely self-serving as you slaver on this supposed compliment to make it seem like you care. Beyond proud of my husband and what he's created. What you really mean is, fuckity shit. The nemesis has outflanked me. She's put up a picture. I can't stand that. So here's one of me and my ginger poodle. I'm back home. I'm not bothering with the babies. Bugger them. They're with the nanny. Unfortunately, Archie's got a bad stomach after the crap that I brought home from the Invictus Games. The Tim Donut things, or whatever they were called, I forget. They've upset his tum, and so he's shitting through the eye of the needle at the moment, but she can handle all of that because that's not my jam. In fact, it's never my jam because somebody else makes it. Instead, I now need to get a message out there quick, so I'll find a picture of me and the Prince of Pink pancakes, put it up there, and I'll lay on some slather about the Invictus Games to make it look like I care, and also say something nice about Harry in order to make it look like I'm a loving wife. That's what's really gone on. Remember, of course, she doesn't actively think that way because her narcissism doesn't allow her to. She seriously thinks that she's a wonderful mother, a loving wife, and a good human being. So not only does she have to try and overshadow the Waleses with her own picture, demonstrating that she and the weak-necked Jindawan are loved up, but then she needs to stuff into it family, Invictus Games, competitors, husband. Jam it all in there for the purposes of, as always, the pursuit of the prime aims by asserting control over Harry by triangulating him with this picture. If he happens to notice it, probably not. He's at his vinegar strokes now as he's watching two women get it on. And then, secondly, for the purposes of facade management, an assertion of control over those who happen to go upon her social media to see it, and gaining thought fuel from imagining that the media will undoubtedly talk about it also. In this instance, clear copycat behaviour because she's evidently seen the message from the Waleses, and that has spurred her to engage in replicating action in order to nullify the threat to control. She truly is pathetic. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.